Hello and welcome to Morningstar. I'm Emma Wall and I'm joined today by Raj Shant, manager of the Newton Global Opportunities Fund, to give his 3 investment picks. Hi Raj.
Hi Emma.
So what's your first pick today?
Well, at Newton we'd like to start the process with long-term investment themes, and one of our themes, or a couple of our themes, are net effects and smart revolution. So these are both about the way that networks and the internet are re-engineering lots of familiar businesses. And so the likes of you and I are changing the way everything we do, from how we order books to how we order a taxi. And we think that throws up lots of interesting opportunities, primarily in the technology sector. So we like a lot of companies in the technology space who are playing to that or benefiting from that.
And what's the second pick?
So secondly, we think there is the second derivative of those beneficiaries, so companies in the media space and professional publishing who are harnessing these new technologies to their benefit. So they're able to generate more content more easily and spread it more widely and more cheaply than ever before. And so we do like several companies in the media space.
And that's a space that has changed fundamentally over the last 10 years. I mean, I used to work for a national newspaper, now I work for purely online publishing. Mm-hmm. There have been some big losers, going back to what you have talked about before in the past, about sectors having big winners and big losers. How do you avoid being exposed to those ones that perhaps won't make the transition?
Well, that's the nature of our investment themes. It's to identify what it is that's changing in the longer term. And then you can start looking at company by company, which companies have understood that and started to adapt. So like Morningstar being very online, being very good at digital content, and those that haven't really understood what's changing. So obviously those newspapers that didn't adapt, didn't adopt a strategy for the online world, have kind of already had to make huge cutbacks in the editorial content, which then drives lower circulation. So it's a case of taking that big picture and the long-term trend and take it down to the individual company-by-company analysis.
And what's the third and final pick?
Well, we do like consumer staples, where we think there is that good visibility of earnings, and within that, we do, maybe slightly controversially, like the tobacco sector, where we think the cash flows are great, and indeed within that, certain companies are in a particularly good position.
And tobacco, controversial, has had an incredibly good run. It's been sort of the stalwart of many income investors' portfolios. Mm-hmm. There have been concerns about things like, especially in the Western world, people using vaping or electronic cigarettes instead. Is this something that you're concerned about?
Yes, we have been concerned about it and we've followed it very closely. But our view is that the leaders in the tobacco space are also becoming the leaders in e-vaping and e-cigarettes, because it is actually a more complex technology than it would seem. So I think they were helped by the fact that some batteries started exploding, some of the liquid content was found to have lots of additives in it. So actually they have the resources to develop safer and easier to use e-cigarettes, and so they are possibly going to be able to turn it into a new opportunity set, as opposed to all the new entrants who've really been struggling with developing their technologies.
Raj, thank you very much.
Thank you.
This is Emma Wall from Morningstar. Thank you for watching.